16.1, tasks 3, 4, and 5. We are now going to be adding and subtracting these polynomials. Okay, so here I have two polynomials. I have this one, and we're going to be adding. Well, we can only add things that are like terms. Okay, the book shows a vertical method. I don't use that method. It tends to be A, take more time, and B, not as useful when we get into like algebra 2 and higher level math. So I'm not even going to show that one because the horizontal method always works. So first we identify like terms and we add them. Okay, first, we rewrite my subtractions. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I have subtractions in here. I have one here and one here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to rewrite them. So I have 3x to the second plus a negative 7x plus 2 plus 4x plus 5 plus a negative x to the second. Okay. And you might be like, wait, Miss Neal, you forgot the parentheses. In this case, since I'm adding, and adding is commutative, I can reorder these however I want. These parentheses here really are serving no purpose. So they're really not needed. Because first of all, can I add anything inside these parentheses? I can't. I can't add the 3x to the second to the 7x. They're not like terms. I can't add the 2 to that. They're not like terms. I also can't add anything inside this parentheses. And the only thing that's happening between them is an add. So once I rewrite these subtracts as addition, I can rearrange these however I want because of, again, that commutative property. Because of that commutative property, I can rearrange them however I want. So I can rearrange and put the x squareds with the x squareds and add those first. Okay, so I'm taking a 3x to the second and a negative 1x to the second. 3 plus negative 1 is 2, so I would have 2x to the seconds. So I have those taken care of. And notice how I'm working them is I mark the terms that I'm dealing with to make sure that I don't leave any out. Especially since this technically before simplifying has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 terms. It has 6 terms, it's easy to forget one. So I mark them as I add them to make sure I don't forget. And I tend to, I don't know what happened. And I tend to tackle the term with the highest degree first because we want to leave our answer in standard form. I want it to be in standard form, so to make life easier, so do highest degree first. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that highest degree first. Okay, so I have 2x to the second, so now we're going to tackle the 7x and the negative 4. Okay, so negative 7 plus negative 4 is negative 3, so plus negative 3x. Okay, and then my very last, so there's my x's, so next I have my 2 and my 5. 5 plus 2 is 7, so plus 7. So then I end up with 2 to the second minus 3x plus 7. I can't add anything else in there because they are not like terms. Okay. Next one, find the difference. We're subtracting. Unlike the addition here, the parentheses are mattering. The parentheses do matter because these parentheses are telling me that I'm subtracting this whole thing from this one. Okay, I'm subtracting that whole thing. So again, my very first step is to rewrite my subtracts as add, which includes this one in the middle. Okay, so this subtraction, okay, and I'm going to kind of show that middle step. First, I'm going to rewrite plus a negative 4. Okay, so this subtraction in the middle is going to become plus a negative 1. Negative 2x to the second plus 7x plus a negative 3y plus 1. So really, I have a plus a negative 1 being multiplied times this whole thing. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to distribute that negative 1 in there. So we're going to take and we're going to distribute this negative 1 in there. So then I don't need the parentheses anymore. So I would have 5x to the second plus 6y plus a negative 4 plus, now I have negative 1 times negative 2x, which is going to give me positive 2x to the second. Negative 1 times negative 7 is going to give me negative 7x. Negative 1 times negative 3 is positive 3y. And negative 1 times positive 1 is negative 1. Okay. So there. Now, if you notice, everything's addition. Add. So now I just need to identify like terms. And again, it needs to be in standard form. So do highest degree first. Then we go alphabetical. So I have x squared. So let's go ahead and let's tackle those x squared first. X squared. I think those are the only ones. 5x squared and 2x squared is 7x squared. Now, do I have any just plain x's? Ooh, I do right there. So negative 7x, so minus 7x. Now, I do have some y's, so let's go ahead, let's tackle those. 6y and 3y. I don't know when we're good, those 3 lines. So 6 and 3 is plus 9y. And then last, I have negative 4 and negative 1, which would make a negative 5. So there we are in standard form.